Hey everybody, this is Petey from Spinner Rack. We also have
Calvin Ellis, ready to rock.
we are going to watch this very long trailer. Oh, this is actually a teaser of Rebel Moon by Zack Snyder, and we'll get into this in a second. Ready, set. So here we go. Rebel Moon. What do you think?
Okay, at first I was going to say, when I saw Rebel Moon, I thought it was something Star Wars,
Mhm.
and that somehow they had given Zack Snyder the green light to do something, like Rebel, the Rogue Squadron or something of that nature. And then I was watching it, it was like, oh, it is Star Wars, since Star Wars borrowed from Dune, and this is Dune once again. So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's I think it's pretty much I guess most of the pitch that he did when he came into either work. I'm not sure if it was for the new movies or a TV show, but this is kind of whatever he pitched to Lucasfilm. He just turned it into this project, which obviously is a saga with all of these bells and whistles, and seemingly similar to Star Wars, but hopefully has a decent story around this thing because I think I talked with some friends who were very jazzed up and I liked it, but at the same time, I was very jazzed about Sucker Punch after 300, and I was very upset. I couldn't watch it. It was totally ununderstand. I couldn't understand it, and I was just like I had to turn it off. And I don't think, and obviously that movie tanked also. So this is his first. I mean, they'll look at people looking at the army of thieves and the zombie movies, and even some who are championing the Snyder cut and stuff he did before this, the Watchmen. But we have to remember that there's some big mistakes in what he's done before. So hopefully this one has a very simple, straightforward arc that works out because he's got some Bowsers in his filmography, and not the sense of how he's had some storytelling ones which have stuff has fallen apart, making them unwatchable. Being one Man of Steel, other being Sucker Punch. Other things have been visually cool, but it's like putting all that into a story and a saga that you can watch. Hopefully he can do that. But the thing is, it seems like he has a lot of action. He always likes things keep things moving quickly. So hopefully that works out for him. Your thoughts?
Zack Snyder's problem has never been action or layouts or visual, it's been story. The stuff that I've liked from him had stories that he didn't tinker with, and that was 300 and Watchmen. I enjoyed both of those, with the exception of the big reveal being Doctor Manhattan, or Doctor Manhattan being framed, as opposed to the whole alien thing that they had in the comics, which I didn't agree with the change. There wasn't a lot of tinkering done, and so those things stood up. When he tends to be able to cut loose on his own in terms of story, not so much in terms of the results. This, however, looks like a pretty simple story. It looks like Dune, standard messianic themes, just a female lead at the end of the day. So, I mean, it's for Netflix, so that means he probably had a lot of control with what he was doing. So maybe he'll exercise all of the good stuff that he has, maybe show a little restraint in terms of the story, and just give us something that's eye catching and pleasing.
And they're saying, "Oh, but Post is he going to do some more zombie stuff?" He says, "I don't want the post-zombie world where we start. They start to have their own personalities and develop their own type of lifestyle." It's like, nah, I don't know. And that's creeped into Marvel doing their zombies, where Marvel characters, the zombies aren't walking around like zombies. Zombie Captain America can throw a shield and catch it on the other side. It's like, then he's not really dead. Maybe he can stop trying to eat people then. But ultimately, this looks like it's going to be fun. Hopefully, it holds up and doesn't fall apart after three or four things. But it'd be interesting to see how they tackle TV in comparison. He tackles this TV in comparison to um, what Disney has been doing with their sci-fi antics, whereas Mandalorian kind of worked this way of kind of doing what I think there was one episode that there was a couple of, because they had Red Eye in the what's those things in Battlestar Galactica, so they already had a space show with westerns because the people on the Hollywood people saw Star Wars and like he's using some of our old West sets. They definitely, so even though it's in London, it's like we had these same type of sets. Let's do that, and they played up the fact that Star Wars did have some sci-fi western stuff, so it kind of worked with the Mandalorian. I think that pace of the Mandalorian has kind of hurt some of the other shows. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays up, and it might put some more, might put some more rev into what's going on at Lucasfilm, because Lucasfilm has been kind of slowly letting things evolve. And for some of those series, it hasn't worked out. But obviously, for the Mandalorian, it's been perfect. But they've been keeping that kind of tone. Where I guess Andor, it started that way, that it kind of took its own way and got to that realm of where what's that thing where Rogue One is. So all I can say is it looks like it's okay. It looks like it could be fun. Any other last words?
Zack Snyder's track record is, putting it politely, mixed. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have to watch it if you really want to find out.
All right then, Spinnerack.
We're out.